Hi everyone, I'm going to do a quick review of the Smartdrip automatic plant watering system today. I don't know about you, but I've been in this situation plenty of times that I have to go out of town for work, for vacation or whatever, and every time I come back to this sorry state of affairs where all my plants have died down because guess what? Nobody was there to water them. So this product is supposed to solve that problem, and I'm going to do a quick review of what that setup involves. There are really three main parts to it. The controller, which is the brains of the system, the drip pipes or the drip network, which takes the water from the tank and then provides it to all the potted plants, and then the app, which is kind of like the remote control, which allows you to test and check things when you're not in your house, and you can basically control the system from anywhere in the world. So let's have a quick look at the controller first, then I'll show you the drip pipes and how they've been laid down in my balcony, and then third I'll give you a quick look at what the app looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna just set my tripod down here. Okay, so that's basically the controller, right? So that's something which you get directly from Smartdrip. It's a controller. It has two cables. One of them goes just to the power point, right here, and then the second one goes to the water tank. And there is a pump that is also provided by these guys, and so that is basically the pump which is used for providing the water to the potted plants, right? So in the controller, it's really not too difficult, right? If you know how to use a cell phone, I think you basically know that. You can see what the current watering options are. So in my case, I've specified that Sundays, Saturdays and Wednesdays are when I would water. I'll water for six minutes, and then if I want to change or modify things, there's also a temperature sensor in here which tells you what the temperature is, and it logs the temperature and when the pump was switched on and switched off, so you kind of have access to that information maybe a week down the line or maybe even a month down the line. Okay, next, in order to provide the water, the way this works is the controller activates a pump at a specific time that you specified, right? And then once that is switched on, it waters the plants for the given duration. So in this case, if I've specified water for 6 minutes, it will activate this pump and then go all the way and then water my plants. Now, let me show you a quick view of what the drip setup looks like. So that's the drip main feeder line that comes out, and then that goes to all of my plants here. It is start of spring right now, so all my plants look kind of dead, but the trees are starting to bloom, so that looks really pretty. But here's what the pipes look like, right? So just to give you an example, let me see if I can move a little closer. Yeah, so each of these smaller drip pipes comes in and then can go to every individual potted plant. And so I have about 12 to 15 plants here, and each of them gets one or two depending upon the number of the watering requirement of each plant here. And so there's a L or a C shape that I've specified in my balcony, and then so all the potted plants which are down at the ground level, they basically have 2 or 3 of these pipes coming out. That's my bougainvillea. I'm hoping that actually blooms quite a bit. But then the other part is all the way to the top. I also have these pipes connected. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, okay, now you can, right? So because I'm pumping water, I'm really not concerned about what the gravity is doing. I'm specifying all the water pressure, and so in this case I can have whatever configuration I need, and then that's the easy way in which I can actually have watered plants at the ground level as well as at the level on top. And I'll show you a picture in the video where I did have all of this set up and it was looking really pretty. The third thing which I'd like to show you, it's really the app. So let me bring that up. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you what the app looks like. So I'm bringing this up on my phone right now, and if you notice, it's more or less the same UI that you saw on the setup on the controller, and that's by design, because I mean it didn't make much sense to have two different UIs for the controller, one for the controller and one for the remote access or the app on your phone. And so what you can see is I've got some timers specifying that, okay, I have my watering done at Sundays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And for 6 minutes, is the same information that was available on the controller. So the controller and my app are completely in sync. And then I also have option of specifying two different timers, so one for the morning and one for the evening. In my case, because it's still pretty cold and I don't want the plants to be overwatered, I've specified no days for this timer too. But what I want to show you is the configuration. So you can configure the amount of water, what tank size you have, the number of potted plants you have, and the drippers that you have. A really nice thing that I do want to show you is the manual override. So in this case, you can set up the timer to say that, hey, switch on the timer for 3:30 today, but I also would like to have the option of switching on and off whenever I want the pump to be switched on, and that's what this is supposed to do. So in this case, if I now override the pump, I don't know if you could actually hear that, but the water is starting to flow. And so drip by drip, all of them get watered. Right, and so that's all manual control. In this case, like I said, I'm going to just switch on this dripper so that you see that I'm actually getting water up here. Okay, so the pressure is good enough to bring up the water, and that's about it. Okay, so that was a quick 2-minute, 3-minute tops overview of what the controller is like, how do you work with it, what the drip pipe setup looks like, and this is all pretty convenient. You can buy these drip irrigation kits online. You can set those up, you can buy the controller from Smartdrip, have that laid down, and setting up the controller is really plugging it in. The app already comes pre-installed. You get the access to the app on the App Store, on an Android Play Store, and so it's really straightforward. So do reach out to Smartdrip and let them know if you need any information, but I think this probably should give you enough idea of how the setup is and how easy it is to ensure that your plants don't die because you weren't there to water your plants anymore. Alright, take care guys, thank you.